Go now to DryerBuzz.com and follow @DryerBuzz on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's all about the buzz.
Hey Facebook, this is Yolanda. You know this ain't that book club, so we can come back to you for a second day. We don't have to do one day a week, because you know what? We went actually into the store yesterday looking for Tiffany Haddish book, but we didn't see it at the other store, and I happened to be in this store, and I swear, the minute you press play, here comes somebody with a loud ass baby. Oh my God. Okay. Really? But we were looking for, I'm gonna let him go and get by, because clearly he got to get by me. But, and this is not my store, and y'all know I can't stay in this store. And my daughter wanted to come in this store, so we were looking for Tiffany Haddish book yesterday. We didn't find it, but then I brought my daughter to this store, and we saw not only Tiffany's book, but Jenifer Lewis's book. And I've heard that Jenifer Lewis, of course, you know, she puts it down, the mother of Black Hollywood. And then you got Tiffany Haddish, the last black unicorn. Now, you know, the interesting thing about both of these two colors, you know, I'm going to already call it out, like no eye contact. Okay, Tyler Perry wasn't making eye contact either, you know, and I just love a book cover with the person boldly looking right at me, like, you know, like Steve Harvey is connecting, you know, T.D. Jason's looking right at you, you know, everybody else is like, you know, that's just a thing with me, and it's a thing that I heard that goes on in Hollywood. But I understand, you know, hey, look, you know, y'all keep saying don't rock the boat, the book's on the shelf, just buy it. So I wanted to look at both of these books, because I'm trying to decide. I need both of them on my shelf. I need to put both of these in the book basket. Now, there is a budget. There's a budget to this Ain't That Book Club. I'm not trying to tell nobody run out and buy 3, 4, 5 books. That's what we do, one a week. Okay, just like your cup of coffee, we do a book a week. So I just wanted to not pass by these 2 books and not do something, because the sisters are looking beautiful. But here's another observation. Okay, Jenifer Lewis is the mother of Black Hollywood, and she said one of the reasons she called her book the mother of Black Hollywood, because, you know, all of a sudden she started playing in those roles. She's played pretty much everybody's mother, and a lot of us really don't know her history in Hollywood and how long that she has been in Hollywood. So when you look up her Internet Movie Database, IMDb, you see all those movies on there that she has done, you're like, it's like amazing. So, but then for Tiffany Haddish to come along behind her, pretty much in the same lane, same vein, and to say that she's like the last black unicorn, you know, I really would love for us to get to a point where all of these dots like connect, you know, like when you see a woman has given Hollywood that many years, and then we get so excited when we see the happenstance. We try to say the happenstance of the success of another woman. There's no reason why Girls Trip should not have rocked. You know, there's no reason why we should be shocked that Tiffany Haddish is on Saturday Night Live. Duh! You know, and one thing I see with the people who are out there today is they can't tie their success to anybody. And that's heartbreaking for me, because having interviewed, oh my God, I don't even want to ever sit down and count how many people I've interviewed and met. But I always ask them a question. I don't even have to ask them a question, because in their story is always these types of beginnings where they have to do it alone, or feel like they're the only one or the first one, you know, simply because we let a Tiffany Haddish come about, and we don't look at the fact that, hey, girlfriend, somebody broke that ceiling, somebody left that door cracked for you. Leaving a door crack is so hard. It's so hard to let others through. So saw both of the books on the shelf. And in fact, a friend called me today. Have you read Tiffany's yet? Have you read Tiffany's yet? Haven't read Tiffany's yet. We were out yesterday trying to find it. Didn't find it. Found it today. But then, of course, here we see it. And I put them side by side. They weren't even side by side. They just happened to be. In fact, Tiffany's book was covered up, and Mother Jenifer's was down there somewhere. You know. And I'm like, put these 2 beautiful women side by side, coming in here and rearranging their store, right? So Jenifer Lewis, one of the things we do with This Ain't That Book Club, we just open up to a page and we just check it out and read. We're going to do a quick excerpt. I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to do, look, Hollywood Not Swinging. You know, there's a song called Hollywood Swinging. Okay, my friend Louis St. Louis, who has been truly important to my career, came through for me in a big way. Louis. Oh, wait a minute, let me get the book open. is on this shelf here. Okay, Lewis was well connected in showbiz circles and invited agents from William Morris to Don't Tell Mama to see my one-woman show, How I Spent My Summer Vacation. And yes, the biggest talent agency in the business signed me immediately. Finally, my big break. In short order, William Morris arranged auditions for a Broadway show, a couple of movies, and a screen test for Bonnie Timmerman, who at the time was the casting director for Universal, but I didn't get cast in anything. After I auditioned for Grind, a Broadway-bound musical starring Ben Vereen, the director, Hal Prince, commented I was too powerful to be real. This feedback actually made me smile. My early days with William Morris underscored my persistent dilemma of not fitting into a marketable box. I was too unconventional, not commercial enough. One of my William Morris agents, Greg Mullins, told me I needed to be more glamorous. What the fuck did he mean by that? Yes, I did just stomp in the thing. Okay, the agency sent me on several auditions for roles that I knew could take my career to the next level. I auditioned for the role of Suge in The Color Purple. I was hugely disappointed that Reuben Cannon, now y'all, Tyler Perry, Reuben Cannon, Tyler Perry, Reuben Cannon, we all know Tyler Perry got that money from Reuben Cannon. Okay, let's go back. Y'all better know some stuff up in here. I was hugely disappointed that Reuben Cannon, the casting director, felt I was too young. It was sort of nice to hear that because in show business, having large breasts usually means they cast you as characters that are 10 years older than your age. Then came the audition of for Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live, Tiffany Haddish, Saturday Night Live. Y'all connect the dots, okay? In its 10 seasons on air, SNL had featured only one African-American woman, an actress named Yvonne Hudson. God damn, Jennifer. We are reading in Jennifer's book, and Tiffany. Okay. All right, wait a minute. SNL had featured only one African-American woman, an actress named Yvonne Hudson. Excitement does not describe how I felt. This could be it, an opportunity to show my versatility, vocal ability, comedic timing, and charisma. Nora Dunn was auditioning that same day. I must have done well because a day or so later, I got a call back and met the show's creator, Lauren Michaels? Or they said Lauren McCall. Lauren Michaels. I can't remember. Then a few days later, Lauren McCall is the other lady. Okay, Lauren Michaels. Okay. Then a few days later, my agent, Lucy Aceto, I hope I said that right, called to tell me with great compassion that I had not gotten SNL. Because we know they waited like forever and brought Tiffany on, right? Okay. If one real test of a person's mental health is their ability to experience rejection and great disappointment, then not surprisingly, I failed that test. I fell apart. I staggered to sheet metal in Central Park. Hope y'all can see where I'm reading. As soon as I got there, I dropped to my knees, sobbing, and fell face first into the grass. Damn, that hurt. I lost control of my body, shaking, writhing and crying out. I lay there and cried until nightfall. By morning, my sorrow had turned to rage. I stormed the few blocks to the William Morris building on 55th Street, blew past the secretary, and burst into Lucy's office. Pounding on her desk, screaming and shouting blindly, I blamed the agency for misguiding me. I know I scared the shit out of everyone in the nearby offices. I was lucky William Morris didn't drop me on the spot. Okay, but the SNL role went to Denitra Vance, a talented actress who lasts through only one season. Tiffany, frustrated by the stereotypical parts given her on the show. That's why I don't watch SNL to this day. And no, I didn't watch Tiffany when she was on there. And no, I ain't watching Kevin Hart when he on there. I don't watch SNL. That's not in the book. That's me, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. Frustrated about Denitra left SNL in 1986. Although auditioning was getting me nowhere, my cabaret shows were still in great demand and provided me with a creative outlet that kept me from completely losing my mind. In the audience on one July evening at Don't Tell Mama was Bob Wax. The founder of the comic strip in New York City, Wax, pronounced Wax, had discovered Eddie Murphy and Bob's other clients, Arsenio Hall and Chris Rock, were bursting onto the entertainment scene. Bob loved my show, believed in my talent, and felt that as my manager, he could take my career to new heights. Finally, my knight in shining armor had arrived. I was now where I had hoped to be. In addition to Bob Wax, heavy hitters, including the Zippels, were fighting for me. But as months of auditions rolled by without success, it still was not clear where my niche was. I did not fit on Wax's roster like the others. He knew what to do for them, but my offering was too broad and uniquely individual. All right, guys, we'll stop. Now, that's a little bit of excerpt. And as you can see, I think it's going to be a fun read. And I don't know where the book should go because ain't but one. Or at least I just didn't see the others. But I put her side by side. I put her right here next to Tiffany Haddish because here come all these screaming children and this thing about to drive me crazy. But I just get tired of everybody feeling like there's no start, there's no beginning, that all these women are not connected, and that we must always just have one. We can have more than one. Now she just a strutting in the Walmart with that screaming ass kid in that buggy. Like it ain't bothering her. Of course not. Okay, Tiffany Haddish, the last black unicorn. And why is she calling herself the last black unicorn? I need to know. Let me see if she got some explanation in this book. I'm going to open it up to the front cover here. Growing up in one of the poorest neighborhoods in South Central Los Angeles, Tiffany learned to survive by making people laugh. We already know all that. Let's just grab a page. Now, Tiffany got all this space in her book. Okay. Let me see. See, she got a lot of story. Tiffany ain't got a lot of story, so her story double space. Remember how you would write a report and if you knew you did well, you single spaced your stuff. But if you didn't, you double spaced it, right? All this extra space on this page. But anyway, nurse, Miss Haddish, you can't dance. Miss Haddish, you are scaring people. Tiffany, I'm free, thank God Almighty, I'm free. I started doing the Running Man and then I ran my ass right into the ground. Those drugs they give you are strong. They made me sit down and act calm. I looked over and there was a Mexican lady. She was awake and looking at me like I fucking lost my mind. These are F-bombing ladies around here. Then there was another girl in the room and she was just full on crying. Here I am, as happy and joyous as can be. I kind of felt bad about my dancing and I was chill after that. Not everyone was happy about being there. When I walked out, I was just smiling. I'm like a little doped up and kind of woozy or whatever, but I'm really happy. I'm like genuinely happy. Titus was so mad that I was so happy. Titus, so you just joyous, huh? You just joyous. Yeah, we don't have no stress no more. There's no stress. We got a second chance. That's all right. I'm going to just get you pregnant again in 2 months. You're just going to be pregnant again. Oh my God, what the fuck? Okay, let me see. Wait a minute. This girl talking about an abortion? Oh my Lord Jesus. I'm looking back over the book. What page did we open up here? Okay, she said they put you to sleep for a little bit, for like 10 minutes to do the procedure. Then when I woke up, I reached down between my legs and I felt a big, oh my Lord Jesus. Oh, Tiffany. Oh, wait, I saw something said husband, because, I heard her husband was on the radio today, the ex-husband. I heard he was on the radio today in Atlanta. I just got to warn you straight up. This story is bad, and not bad in a funny way, like the Roscoe story or the Titus story. Like, this is just flat out bad. This story is probably going to frustrate you. It might even get you angry. I almost did not put this in the book. I mean, there isn't much here that's funny, to be honest, but I end up putting it in because of 3 reasons. Now, let's see. It's the hard truth about my life. I will always tell the truth, even when it's not funny. I hope some young girls can learn from my mistakes and avoid what I went through. I believe everything happens for a reason, and as bad as this was, I believe it's made me better and helped me get where I am. And apparently, it's got her husband all upset at it. Let's see. With that in mind, let me tell you about my experience with marriage, domestic violence, and self-delusion. It all started when I went on that cruise with Titus, okay? The one where he brought $50 for the whole cruise, that one. On the plane, I met this guy who was a cop. I ain't even going to say his real name. We don't heard his real name, because was he the one on the radio? It don't matter. I'll just call him ex-husband. Me and ex-husband talked for a while, and he seemed nice. It turned out he was going to the same cruise I was, and he wanted to take a cab with me there. But I had Titus. I wasn't all that into this guy, but he was a policeman, and I thought this would be a good friend to have. It's always good to have police friends, especially black police, because there aren't a lot of them. Okay. You already read about the nonsense that went on with Titus. Well, I left some details out of that story because I knew I was going to tell them here. Part of the reason Titus was so upset was because of ex-husband. This dude was straight following me around the cruise the whole time. Like, everywhere I was, he was there. And he always had a video camera filming everything. Like, I was singing karaoke, he was filming that. I would be in like a shuffleboard contest, he's filming that. Ping pong, he was filming that. He was swimming in the pool. Me and my boyfriend like hugging on each other, he's filming that. Titus got in an argument with me, started yelling, cursing at me because this man was following around with a camera. Oh my God. Y'all, we need to stop. This is too much. Titus, are you effing this guy? Why is this guy following you everywhere with that goddamn camera? Who the F is this? I think ex-husband even got that on camera. He filmed the argument. Now, obviously, he wasn't standing there filming us like a camera crew would do. That would have been really weird. I wasn't even positive he was filming us. He was sneaky about it. He was always around with his boy and their camera, but I thought, it's some screaming children up in here. I thought maybe he was just filming his vacation. This was back when people did that shit. Everybody was walking around with cameras. Everybody was filming everything. In 2001, that shit was normal. It all came to a head when I was in the cruise talent show. I was singing. I'm tired, y'all. But apparently it's supposed to be such a hot story that ex-husband done got all mad, and I think he's running around on radio now. Oh, look, she got something here from Kevin Hart. At that point in time, I was very superstitious. It was mainly because of Kevin Hart. He gave me this advice, and I started to get going. Let's see what kind of advice Kevin Hart giving folk. Okay, Kevin Hart, see right there, y'all. Kevin Hart, don't be telling people everything that you're doing because motherfuckers will try to make you fail. Just do your shit. You ain't got to tell everybody you got a movie. Just do the effing movie. Tiffany, like, don't tell people where you're at because they're going to come for you. They're going to come for you because people will be trying to do bad stuff. Okay, I'm bored, y'all, with Tiffany book. And I'm not necessarily bored with Tiffany book. I'm just like, it's like I'm trying to read and I'm in that store that ain't got no personal space. But I was a little bored with Tiffany book. But I heard that the Audible, and I don't know if she's reading her own book, I heard the Audible was better. If I had to choose, and based on the budget, that this ain't that book club, we got to choose. We would choose one over the other. But I'm going to let y'all choose. Jennifer Lewis, based on the excerpt I read, or Tiffany Haddish, based on the excerpt I read. Y'all let me know. And look, why don't we just wait till we get a bigger budget so we don't have to choose one over the other? Somebody else just came in. She is what? What is she? What did that? You tell me which one of those excerpts was. I heard a sample of an audio book. It might be a part of it. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking her reading her book is probably a little bit more exciting than. So what I would do is you get the audible version, audible, whatever you want to call it, because me reading it, I wasn't all that excited. Now, I was all into Jennifer Lewis. But again, I ain't wanting to say one or the other because I think both sisters should go home and be in the book basket or on your shelves. But anyway, glad I saw them both. If you missed This Ain't That Book Club yesterday, No, we don't do 1, 2 in a row. But I was in this store. My daughter was looking for stuff, and I noticed that they had a pretty nice book section in this store. And so, therefore, I saw the Tyler Perry book, and then I saw Jennifer Lewis, and I saw Tiffany Haddish, and I just wanted to check them both out. If I had to choose one, if one was going to walk out here with me today, it would be Jennifer Lewis, but I ain't so, since we just did a book yesterday. My first comment was about the unicorn reference. I was thinking that too, the last black unicorn. I don't know about that, because I mean, you know, like clearly, you know, Jennifer Lewis had a whole Saturday Night Live story in her book, and I just want our young girls to realize, hey, look, there's a couple centuries came before y'all. You know what I'm saying? Somebody came before, and I just like to see people recognize that somebody came before you, and we don't have to have one. We don't have to have one. Like today, you know, Omarosa, Robin Roberts, April Ryan, and then the chicks over on CNN, and nobody got no business watching CNN, but those of y'all that are watching CNN, you know, it's like the black women in the story are not the culprits, but they've been made out to be the victims. It's something else to that, you know. And it's like, let's just look. What they say, shuck your shoulder. How you say that? Brush your shoulders off. Brush your shoulders off. Stop letting these people put all this stuff on our shoulder, okay? I think that's what we have to do. But hey, there's an Omarosa book coming. Omarosa get ready to tell her story. So pretty good stuff. What is that right there? What does that say? Okay. I'm just looking at some of the other book stuff. But I'm going to end this. I want to end with both of them on there. And I definitely want to have a chance to save it and go ahead and throw it up on YouTube. All right, guys. Hey, listen, you know you can filter the entire internet using the hashtag DryerBuzz. Or you can just meet me over at DryerBuzz.com. Bye.
Go now to DryerBuzz.com and follow at DryerBuzz on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's all